This is the official post-event press conference for EFC Africa 27, live from...
Thank you to the athletes and for Carnival City for hosting this event. It was great to be back. Great way to kick off the year. That was one hell of a fight night, guys. Before we get started, I'd just like to give an update on Butu Gailan. He has been treated in hospital. He is in ICU at the moment, and as the information comes through, we will give that out. So our thoughts are with him, and we wish him a speedy recovery. I'll now be announcing the prize-winning athletes from EFC Africa 27. Winner of submission of the night is Themba Gurimbo. He finished about 4 minutes 31 seconds into the second round by way of Darce choke. Winner of knockout of the night is Leon Maynard. He knocked out his opponent 38 seconds into the first round. And the fight of the night is awarded to the welterweight clash between Themba Gurimbo and Chaz Wasserman. Now, media, please raise your hands if you have any questions.
I've got a question for Leon. Leon, congratulations. It's your first title defense. I think that's possibly it's at least the first time I've ever seen you get going so early. Can you comment on how that happened?
Yeah, there was all that talk about me starting slow and that, so we've really worked on that, and I look to be a more aggressive fighter in the beginning of the fight.
Could you have predicted that the fight would have ended like that so quickly?
I'm not someone that predicts fights. I take it as it comes. I just do my work in the training and see that all my aspects of my game is right and that I'm ready to go.
Thank you.
Hi, Cara. Great event tonight. I just wanted to comment on the heavyweight clash between Brendan Groenewald and Van Dam. We were kind of robbed of a very exciting fight. Brendan, you handled the situation with huge class, really compliments to that. So in light of that, is there any way we could see that rematch as the title fight?
Look, as a title bout would go, that won't be the title fight. I think everyone wants to see that rematch. Brendan was just asking for it right now. Van Dam was obviously screaming for it. So I think if he's calmed down enough, then maybe we can sit him down and chat to him and we can see where we go. But look, we obviously want to see the fight. The fans want to see that fight. We were robbed of it tonight. That's not what these guys train for. That's not what they want. That's not how Brendan wants to win a fight. So yeah, if we can do that fight again in the near future, that's what we'll do.
Just to follow on that, it was quite a chaotic moment. Brendan, could you let us know exactly what happened?
Look, not a lot to say about it. Obviously, there were 2 shots to the groin. First one was all right, second one hurt. After that, apparently I got hit in the back of the head. I don't recall the shot or what happened after that. Look, I can only say a lot of respect to Van Dam. There was no malicious intent. He's a guy that comes out to fight. He followed through on a punch. He saw me going down. He caught me in the back of the head. It happens. It's the fight game. I'm hoping to fight him next month. EFC obviously would like you guys to try and have a look at it to arrange the fight. I'll fight him anytime. Doesn't matter. That's what we want, and hopefully we get it.
Just one more connected to that. In the hexagon afterwards, you said you don't accept the victory. Do you stand by that?
110%. Irrespective of what my record looks like in 2 or 3 years' time, it'll always be a blemish to me. And look, I've got to be honest and true to myself. And when people ask me about my record, I'm going to tell them that there's that one fight that was a disqualification. I would maybe call it a no contest, but I mean in the rules it says foul, 2 fouls, disqualified. So I mean it is what it is. Not much to say. I'm disappointed. He's disappointed. We're going to make it right.
Thank you.
I think we're looking at our vacant heavyweight title. We want to fill that gap, but we also want to make sure we're getting the right guys in there, and it's guys who are worthy of it. And this question tonight wasn't answered between the 2 of them, so let's answer that question.
Hi, Cara. Andrew from Wekai Blog. With Leon's win tonight, are we set up for Leon versus Don trilogy? You dare to be asked.
Unbelievably, yes. I mean, that's been the decision from the beginning. When Leon won the title on split decision, there's certainly no doubt about who won this fight tonight. That's for sure. So I think hopefully the next fight in Cape Town with Don's going to be something similar. These guys really came to finish, and it showed.
Can I follow it up for Leon? How do you feel about fighting Don?
We can fight any day, me and Don. I think there's maybe some scores to settle for the fans, so let's do it. I love Cape Town, so I look forward to fight there again.
I've got a question for Zulu Boy. Zulu Boy, congratulations. You're EFC Africa's first Bantamweight champion. Just firstly, just tell us how you feel about that.
Thank you. Hi, everyone. I feel very, very happy, so excited, and I didn't believe that I would win it on the first round, because I thought I was going to push him maybe until to the fourth round and looking for the knockout there, but it happens to beat him in the first round, and I respect him very, very much, Charlie.
Yeah, for as long as it lasted, I thought it was a superb fight and a superb performance, but obviously with Demart Penna's now on the horizon, he's just dropped down to Bantamweight and he's been offered the title shot. How do you feel about facing him?
It's great. Demart Penna, it's one of the fighters that I respect, like Charlie. But when we're inside the hexagon, once we're done touching the gloves, there is no respect. It's a war. Yeah.
Just a last question on that. Demart seems like he's got quite a bigger frame than you do. You're quite small for bantamweight. He's quite big for bantamweight. How do you see handling that size difference?
My wrestling is getting better, so I can defend any takedown. I'm not afraid of a takedown, and I'm gonna use my speed against him, pick him up, use my motor. I know it's what I'm best at. Yeah, I don't think it's. Yeah, that's it.
Thank you.
Cool.
Kara, have you got a confirmed date for that bout?
Nothing's confirmed yet. We'll obviously sit with Zulu and the guys and Demart, but he's fit, he's healthy. We want to keep him as active as possible. So Demart's obviously ready and waiting. So I'd probably look at 1st of May, joining up with Dino Bagatine and Henry Felipe.
Caro, can you tell us who's going to be filling the featherweight bout? The featherweight job, going for the featherweight belt.
That I can. Obviously, we've got Boyd Allen, the number 1 contender. He's going to be facing off against the winner. It has been confirmed. The winner of Brendan Katz and Bar Ninaba. They're fighting on the 1st of May. Winner of that fights Boyd Allen for the featherweight title.
And just a quick question for Temba. We saw you holding your shoulder in the end of the first round. So you went on to win with a great submission, even though your shoulder was popped, I take it?
Yeah, man. The injury actually happened a week ago in training, and I was about to pull out of the fight, but when you put everything to the training every day, you're training hard, and you just say that thing, I must just go in there and fight and see what happens, And good things happen when you don't give up. And it happened.
Kara, the question for Drickus. Hi, Drickus. Being on the social media, following the Twitter feeds and that, there were some people that watching from home, watching on TV, were questioning whether maybe when you were in that guillotine, did you tap?
Well, when I was in the guillotine, it was on very tight, but there was no doubt in my mind that I'm going to tap. I knew when I'm going out there, like I said, I'm going on a stretcher, and yeah, the guillotine was on very tight, but no, I didn't tap at all. I wasn't even close to tapping.
Hi there, Caro. It's kind of a two-part question towards you and to Temba. Temba's now 4-0, surely a contender towards the welterweights. Would he be, and how would you feel towards pushing towards a shot against either Dino or Henry Felipe?
Yeah, no doubt about it. I think really like to see Temba. I mean, he's an amazing talent. He's a good showman. Guys love watching him fight. And I mean, his arm was literally popped out after that first round and popped it back in, keeps going, gets a submission win. So I think we'd like to see Temba face one level up of opponent, just one really big tough fight, and straight after that, I'd say he's right up at the top of that division.
For me, I just have to go back home and train harder, and as time comes, I'll have that belt. It will be mine.
I think if I can just add to that, that welterweight division is really strong. There's some really good guys up there, and there's not a lack of talent. And at the moment, Dino does have a fight. I think we're just going to see how things pan out after that. I did speak to Temba after this fight. He said he wants to get back in there quickly. So let's match him up again and see where it goes.
Hi, Kara. I just wanted to discuss, over the past 27 shows, you've built an incredible brand, an incredible show. The UFC and the international community have obviously taken notice. We've seen this with you pushing your first athlete to the biggest show, in the world. Is there a possible acquisition on the cards in the next couple of years, given how aggressive the UFC are?
Look, a lot of that stuff I can't comment on right now. Anything's possible in the future. I think we're very happy focusing on what we do, growing Africa and African mixed martial arts, growing the talent that we've got here. And sure, we've got world-class athletes, we're putting on world-class fights, and Potts going over is proof of that.
Thanks, Kara. Just to follow up on that, can you give us a hint on if there's a possibility of any of our other athletes being signed to UFC?
Look, again, the opportunities there for every single athlete that fights at EFC Africa is for them to make their name. Ron Potts did exceptionally well here. He was undisputed the #1 in Africa. It's not all about EFC, it's also about what Ron did. And I think it's also, UFC is they're looking for a heavyweight, and they wanted the best, and that's what we had for them. So I think it was a great opportunity, but no doubt about it, there's obviously opportunities going forward for all of our athletes, and we'll just keep doing what we're doing, keep growing, and everything will come.
Thank you. If I may just follow up on that, are the foreign promotions taking note of the talent that we do have here in South Africa and in Africa?
Oh yeah, I mean, it's not just UFC, we've been approached by Bellator, we've been approached by every single big mixed martial arts promotion around the world. The reason we haven't done a deal with anyone else up until now, we feel that we're right up there with UFC, and that's the quality we believe we put on. But anything's possible in the future. It's such a fast-changing sport. It's such a fast-changing business. There's new guys coming around all the time, and we're going to constantly be looking for the best opportunities for our athletes.
I've got a question for Tumelo. Tumelo, congratulations on tonight. You've been through the mill a bit with a few decisions in the past not going your way, very close fights. Tonight it seems to be your night. Can you talk us through the finish there?
As I said the last time, I'll be back and I'm gonna knock you guys out. I meant it truly. That it's not like maybe I ran away from the middleweight. I just want to just make a statement on a light heavy, and I just want that belt. And when I get that belt, I'm going back to a middleweight, and I'm gonna definitely get that belt as well.
Just to follow on that, Fraser, I'm a bit confused as to what caused the verbal submission. Could you talk us through that?
Yeah, basically it was the vision in my right eye. When I stepped back and I went to reset, I completely lost vision in my right eye. It's happened in my past, probably my second pro fight. I don't know what else to say about the situation. I couldn't see. You know, when I looked at him in the distance, 1 minute he was there, then he was there. When I walked off, the ground was moving. You know, basically, it is what it is. I couldn't see.
Thank you.
Kara, there was a tweet a week or two ago saying that you and Francois Kabulu, who's welterweight on a 5-fight win streak, not getting a title shot, that you guys were having a meeting. He also posted a tweet saying that he was returning to boxing. Can we just get some clarity as to what the outcome of that meeting was?
I mean, I first phoned him. I said, "I need a bodyguard when I see you. Am I going to be okay?" But you know, in all seriousness, Francois is a great athlete. We really want him to fight at EFC. We are in talks with him and with his management. In the end, he's got to make his own decision. But I believe it, and all these guys sitting here believe it. You know, EFC Africa is offering the best opportunity for combat sport athletes in Africa. I don't believe he's going to get anything better anywhere else. It's not as if we're pushing him aside. It's just right now, today, he's not that number one contender. I'm not saying he's never going to be that number one contender. We would like him fighting for a title, and I think his time will come. You know, he just needs to get back in there, make himself relevant, and we'll see where it goes.
How about a fight between him and maybe Adam Speechley?
It's a fight we've tried to put on a couple times before. It's a fight we are actually trying to put on right now. We have been chatting with Adam, and we are chatting with Francois. I think Adam's just got quite a bit of stuff on his plate at the moment, so it's just a matter of whether he can do that or not.
I've got one more question for Temba. Temba, you're quite a small-framed welterweight. Is there any plans to drop down and make a run at the lightweight title? And if not, why not?
I don't have a plan B. This is it, and I'm going to fight welterweight forever. I've had 15 amateur fights, and I know myself better than anybody else. Actually fought many times at lightweight, at amateur, Baron Niniba, all of those guys. All they kind of do and hold me down and, you know what I'm saying, outpower me. I don't have power at all at lightweight. And at welterweight, the guys are big, but once we engage, I'm much stronger than them, even if you ask them. So for me, there's no plan B. This is it.
Thank you.
Hi, I've just got a question for Drickus. After a win over a legendary fighter like Donovan Hawkey, is there anyone else you're looking at facing before you ask for that title?
Yeah, well, I said I don't have that much experience. I don't have the experience Hawkey has. And yeah, he really is a legend. It was really an honor fighting him. And yeah, I have the best camp there is. We have 3 out of 3 tonight in the first round. And I don't care. I'll fight anybody. And well, I'm looking for gold right now, as soon as possible. So yeah, I'm ready.
Just a question for Charlie. Obviously, the teammate versus teammate, everyone split up and went. Are you guys going to go back to tap out now?
I don't know. I really enjoy Fight Right. I had an amazing training camp. I was very happy with my performance, and I think I got caught, and I'll be back.
Charlie, just to follow up on that, Bantamweight division is almost exactly a year old. It was last year's first event that you fought in the first Bantamweight bouts at EFC Africa. Suddenly it's one of the most tightly contested divisions out there. You guys have dropped down, new talents come in. Who are you looking at facing next?
Yeah, it's an amazing division. It's very explosive. There's a lot of talent. As far as I'm concerned, I'd like to get back in there as soon as possible, and I'll have a meeting with Kara and them soon to see who they want to give me.
Kara, just to jump back onto Drickus, there was talk before of him qualifying as a number one contender with the win over Donovan. Can you comment on that?
Yeah, for sure. I mean, undefeated, put on a performance like that, Hawkey is a legend. And for someone as young and as talented as Drickus to put that show on, I think it's fantastic. We've obviously got Soldier Boy and Kruger fighting at the next event in March. But, you know, maybe it's Drickus after that. I think we'll sit down with him and the guys and we'll see where to go from there.
Donovan, I've got a question for you. Yeah, you've been on a journey in MMA. It's common knowledge that you guys recently have changed up the way your camp's working. How do you feel after this loss? Where do you see yourself going from here?
Yeah, you know, it's only my second fight with my new coach, Clint, and I think I'm learning quite a lot. There was quite a big gap. I think it was about 4 fights that I had no coach, and I think that kind of left me almost trailing behind everyone else. But I think each fight, from the last fight to this fight as well, I think the performances, there were improvements. And yeah, just take another fight and keep trying to climb up the ladder again.
Question for Tumelo. Tumelo, you said you want to stay at light heavy now. We know what light heavy matchups are coming up. Norman Vessels is fighting Chris DuPont, and the winner of that is going for the title. Who do you see yourself fighting next to get yourself up there?
Truly speaking, I'm not sure. But then whoever who wants to go inside Hexagon with me, he must be ready. And I don't care who am I fighting.
Thank you.
Thank you all for joining us. That wraps it up for the evening. We'll see you all on 27th of March at the Coca-Cola Dome for EFC Africa 28. Good night.
EFC Africa 27 is proudly brought to you by BetExchange.com, SA's leading sports betting company, in association with GNC Supplements, Pitbull Energy Drink, Rex, Diff, and Gearbox, Maxim Magazine, and One Plan Health Insurance. And with special thanks to the following partners.
Signaled his intention at the middleweight title.
EFC Africa 28, 27 March, Coca-Cola Dome. Tickets and broadcast information at efcafrica.com.